Okay, of the Skarsgårds, who do you go for?
I've seen Alexander quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's like beautiful, but
Yeah.
he actually doesn't do it for me. I think
You're
I
Stellan.
Stellan. I'm the one the guy who does it. As Pennywise. How about you?
I mean, I'm going for the classic. I'm going for Alexander.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
I was also during True Blood.
I'll settle for Stellan.
Yeah. Oh no. Greg? I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing storied career and do what we do best, which is make it all about us.
Yes.
It's a crazy day. We're in rare form.
We're all over the place. It's fun.
I just had to re-record our opening like 10 times because I couldn't spit it out. Well, maybe I'm thrown because this morning I saw the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
What?
So I was walking my dogs.
Okay.
Imagine like the horror in my head.
You were so East Coast that way. Say HORROR.
Horror?
That's so, yeah. You say it.
Sometimes I say horror.
Yeah.
Don't get me thinking about this.
Okay, keep going.
It's
keep
Halloween
going.
season.
Yeah.
Things are scary enough. Yeah. So I'm walking my dogs down the street. All of a sudden I hear Bruno Mars' Marry You blasting.
And then you get so nervous that you're in a flash mob.
But it's like, yeah, exactly. Then I start leading. The ghosts take over my body.
I feel like that song is, when you hear that, I'm so nervous that all of a sudden I'm going to have to start dancing.
Yeah, but imagine hearing it like disembodied coming down the street. So I turn and I see just an old minivan with trash, windows open, trash bulging out of the windows, just slowly going by while Marry You plays. I realize it's playing slower and it's like tinny. Yeah. Well, I couldn't see past the trash. It was the most spooky visual I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
If that isn't like an A24 trailer.
I was going to say, that is so, like, that's a great concept for a horror movie.
Yeah, the man in the trash
just like a slow...
The spirit, the trash man.
Whenever you hear I think I want to marry you, all of a sudden, it's like you have, 7 minutes until the song ends.
Yeah, so we're sort of pitching that to Hollywood right now, but it was truly disturbing behavior of Katie Holmes.
Wow. Wait.
That's a movie she was in.
Oh, got it.
Another film cover that made me.
Can we talk about Katie Holmes?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I just want to know, like, what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like, I know, like, she had to run from Scientology.
Right.
And then she, like, supposedly, like, secretly, like, was with Jamie Foxx, which have I ever been more curious about two people dating in my life, but he's, like, not allowed to talk about it.
Right. Well, because she was still under contract.
From Tom?
Maybe. But you think she would have broken it.
I don't think that she's under contract. I think it's more so like whatever she saw, she's petrified. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's like she heard, I think I want to marry you,
Yeah.
And then she saw what happens behind closed doors, and now she is so scared that she's like, I am not going to reveal or do anything in public.
Well, she was driving the car. No, you also skipped over. I mean, you skipped right to Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, what was before
that? You forget to talk about the escape when she escaped to the building that is above the Whole Foods in New York.
Wait, I don't know this.
Oh my God!
What?
So Katie Holmes, when she escaped from Tom Cruise, allegedly, she flew to New York and had to do it like under the cover of night, and she landed at this building in New York where she was like being photographed outside of constantly, but it was in Chelsea. party, and it was like the building on the ground level, there was a Whole Foods. And there was this entire like Gawker investigation that they were like, does Katie Holmes have access to a secret doorway from the building into the Whole Foods? Because like people were not, because apparently you had to like go out of the building to go into the Whole Foods, but apparently Katie would be in the Whole Foods, and there was like a rumor that she was the only person with access.
What if she had a secret place, like very, one of my favorite movies, I cannot think of the name of it, Natalie Portman and I believe Susan Sarandon, where she gives birth in a Walmart. Where the Heart Is?
Oh, yes, yes.
And that's where she escaped to, a Whole Foods. And she, like, lives in the back or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I guess Tom Cruise obviously knew, like, had to have known where she was in New York. And he was just, like, letting her be because he was kind of like, well, you leave. I think they're less scared of Tom Cruise. It's more the Scientology goons. And we shouldn't even be talking about this, especially given our proximity to one of the churches. I know.
But no, I think that was the thing. She went very like to a very public building, so that she was constantly being seen.
My sister famously lived like literally right outside of the Scientology building. And she, and every time when I would go there and she would talk about this, people would wear like clear surgical masks gloves coming in and out of they would just be like walking with these gloves, and it was like, so like what is that?
Well, they can't get their fingerprints on the dials. They can't leave a paper trail. You know, when they're doing I feel like their fingerprints are like burned off. Right. Well, that's the church's doing.
The other thing I want to talk about, Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas is supposedly dating Tom Cruise right now.
Good for her.
And I want to say two things can be true, Gennifertias, because Tom Cruise is the best action star of all time.
Yeah, of course.
And I love his movies.
Yeah.
And he supposedly, I've never heard from us being in Hollywood for all these years.
No one knows how he spends his days.
No, but everyone talks about how nice he is, actually. Like, he's so nice on sets. He's always gifting people that coconut cake.
Right.
Like, I have literally, like, there's so many people you find out are terrible. And it's like, when you find out from him, is like, he's like the nicest person on set. He like always asks about your kids. He's always like gifting people, very generous.
Yes.
First in, last out, whatever.
Well, he has nothing but money. And then he's going to the movies, eating popcorn.
He showed up recently. Did you see that? He was like just like on the set. It's not NCIS, but it was like such a random thing.
Oh, yeah. It was like...
It was like, what?
I remember there was like a Deadline article about it, and I was like, that's an interesting choice. No association to anything.
I was like, did he just stumble onto this set?
Yeah, he was in town for whatever, but yeah.
So Ana de Armas, the most beautiful woman.
Oh my God,
and then the
stunning.
chaoticness of like dating Tom Cruise and Ben Affleck.
Did she date Ben Affleck?
She dated Ben Affleck.
See, Ana de Armas
There's that famous photo. Wait, you don't know? Ben Affleck famously took this like stunning photo of her on the beach. The paparazzi like caught it of him taking this photo of her, and then I think she posted it to her Instagram. And it's like you can clearly tell that had to have been the photo that Ben was taking of her.
Okay.
And it's like the most beautiful photo of Ana ever, and it's Ben who took it.
Well, I can't imagine it's too hard to take a beautiful photo of Ana de Armas. Ana de Armas has the incredible qualification of being a person who is constantly photographed and like all over the world at any moment. Super A-list movie star. And yet, like, I know nothing about her and I really don't care. And that's for the best. That's for the best, because I will watch her in anything. I actually have something that I need to bring to the podcast.
Bring it.
So, you know how we all have that friend who like keeps us on task, who always comes up with the plans.
Yeah.
You know, they're always letting us know. They're always like, so-and-so's having a party. We're going to that. They're like setting up the calendar. But no one ever talks about this. And I think we all have one.
Okay.
Do you have a friend that makes too many plans?
Yeah.
That makes you like sometimes
you're so stressed hearing. Yeah.
It's like, actually, okay, so you just sent 6 events on one day. You cannot send another one. Like your entire text thread is just like Partiful links.
Okay. I'm so glad also that you brought up Partiful.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how bad Partiful is? The worst invention of the last 5 years.
You can never find what you're looking for.
I'm sorry, but I have to give away my firstborn. I feel like I have to sign in, give my phone number, my email, I don't know, so much personal information to just see the event. And half the time, I just want to see who else is on the list. I'm sorry. And then you'll sign in, and then you have to, I don't know, literally slit your palm, start bleeding, send it to the FBI, and then you can see the list. I'm like, let me see it without doing anything.
How many codes could one platform need?
And then you finally get you get the app,
you get the list,
whatever the thing is, and then the next time you want to go, it's like the day of the party. You have to do it again.
Oh my God, so many steps. Listen, I'm a big believer in 2-factor authentication, but Partiful is like 8-factor. And I'm just trying to go to an event. Okay? Because I've been invited to 8 today by my friend who, God love you, don't ever not invite me to an event because I will find out and I will actually, we'll have a huge problem.
Yeah.
But there is such a thing as too much.
It's too much. And the main reason is because you're using Partiful. I don't understand why this app exists. I'm sorry, but you need to go out of business. Let's go back to emails.
Right.
I don't understand what happened.
Oh.
Anyways,
it's time for Dod Mom Sauce, aka
Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second,
our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with.
And I have to go first.
Okay.
It's a good thing that you're sitting down because my Dod Mom Sauce is Aaron Brockovich. I had to, after my sister put it in my head, I was like, this is the thing I need to do this week. This is the most important thing I have to do. Mm-hmm. And then I saw that it was on Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. And I did text you because you did want to watch me watch it. Uh-huh. But I was like, am I allowed to watch this? You gave me the permission to do so. Uh-huh. Last night, I was actually had a lot to do. And I was just going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to start it. Uh-huh. And then I will slowly. And then true to your word, I could not stop it. Of course, I was watching it on my phone. So I was still doing things.
Sacrilegious. But I will take what I can get.
It was the best movie of all time. Listen, I'm not shocked. And I knew, it was always something that I knew I would love. I just have never. This is the epitome of 2025, the year of learning to, treat yourself. And it's like, you know what? Why have I deprived myself of this charisma, this beauty? The writing is so good. The amount of monologues, so many good monologues.
That just land. They all land. Yeah. It is Julia's finest hour. I don't know who these people are that told you it was her career Oscar, because there are so many people in our comments.
Having now seen the movie, she should have 100% give her the Oscar.
Her charisma is insane.
It's actually insane. Yeah. And first off, the body, the outfits, everything about it, and the performance.
It's funny. It's emotional.
Yeah. It's also just to me, it feels like the most American movie. Yeah. It is so heartland America, but at the same time, it's our famous thing, 4 quadrant, where it's feel good, but it's kind of a thriller. It's social, sad, it's funny,
and she's an everyday hero. Yeah, that's the thing. She's a woman that comes from nothing, who's actually smart and uses her wiles to take on corporate America and get what the people deserve. It's such wish fulfillment, and it's based on a true story. Yeah. I mean, it's. Julia, that's all you've got, lady. 2 left feet and fucking ugly shoes.
I think my new favorite, which I had seen before, but now in the context, is when Aaron Eckhart asks for her number, and she starts listing off, I'll give you some numbers. 3, the number of kids. 18, the dollars in my bank account, and 0, the amount of times you're probably going to call me now. And it's, butchered that, but it was truly like full body chills.
I think the reason I love Erin Brockovich the most, like out of all of her movies, is that
you haven't seen The Mexican, but
that it is so four quadrant that there is not a romantic comedy element to it. Like I love a romantic comedy, but to me, I felt like that it made Julia Roberts like burst out of what I thought she was. And then it ended up being like, because I am not that into like legal movies or whatever. Like it seems like a movie that could be really boring.
Yeah.
But like any movie with like a name, I'm like, I'm just not interested. I'm so sorry. I don't care.
Okay. Not to come for a movie.
Yeah.
But I think Ella McCay looks so bad.
What's a Ella McCay?
It's like James L. Brooks's new movie. With
I've never even heard of that.
Yes, you have.
Is that based on Mackey. Is that based on the UK drag queen Ella Vidae?
It is. It is. It's Emma Mackey, the girl who looks a lot like Margot Robbie. She was in Barbie. She was also in Sex Education. She's also going to be the lead of Greta Gerwig's next The Chronicles of Narnia. Not the lead, but one of the leads.
Emma Mackey, who kind of looks like Margot. That sentence would kill a Victorian child.
Well, she's the lead of this movie, and it's like
Emma
supposed
Mackey's
to be funny. And I'm like, this trailer.
What's the movie called? Mecca Mackey?
Emma. Okay,
Emma Mackey's in.
Wait, I think it's Emma Mackey is her name, and
Emma
then it's called like Ella McCay. Ella McCay.
Emma Mackey is Ella McCay.
You're guiding me now. I'm like doubting, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Emma Mackey is Ella McCay. This is our new leave this in the comments.
Yeah,
whether or not these are the right words.
Yeah, put that. Yeah, make sure to let us know that you're listening to this one.
Then they have this like woman who's narrating the trailer who's older, and she's like, I'm the narrator. And I'm like, this is supposed to be funny, I guess. Listen, I hope that I'm wrong, but this is what I imagine when people see A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, my movie that I will eventually see that I will love. I'm like, This must be what people saw when they looked at that trailer, because I don't understand. And it's the second trailer. I was like, maybe the first trailer is just bad. Then they released the second trailer today, and I was like, what's happening here? And now it's time to do Greg's Dad Bob sauce.
Yeah. Well, my Dad Mom sauce, you are probably going to be surprised by this. I have so many options. I have so many things that I'm currently super obsessed with.
Yeah.
But then it all went out the window the moment Alexander Skarsgård showed up on that red carpet in the sleeveless dress shirt.
All leather, right?
Is it a leather shirt
I'm
too?
pretty sure it's all leather. It's definitely leather pants, and I think it's a leather top.
Okay. So famously, I think that men cannot serve fashion statements.
Yeah.
I think men have no place on a red carpet.
Yeah.
Unless you're Alexander Skarsgård. This is probably the most impactful look I have seen on an actor.
Really?
On the red carpet in so long. Especially just like, given what it's doing for the movie.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it's giving exactly what...
It's giving jam donut.
It's giving jam donut. I don't think that movie comes out for months. I will be there. I'm already so excited for it.
Yeah.
It's just, he looks so good.
Yeah.
And it's so appropriate, and it's so different, and it's so unique. And like, I feel like...
Well, okay, so to explain it to Gennifertias, he is promoting the movie that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, which is like an S&M kind of sub-dom gay relationship where he's playing like the dom guy, and he is doing a festival where he walked on the red carpet with like a leather kind of tuxedo, shirtless, but it's like, it looks like the normal outfit is looks like a tuxedo, basically, without the jacket on.
Yeah, but it has
Sleeveless,
no sleeves.
and it's all
I'm
leather.
sure you've seen it at this point.
Yeah.
The movie is called Pillion. And yeah, he's playing a dom, and it's like a gay movie.
Yeah.
And maybe I dreamt this, but did he just come out as bi in an interview?
I think he did low key, but this is what the thing with the Skarsgård men.
Yeah.
I think the Scandinavian men are the most comfortable with their sexuality.
Right.
That's just a feeling I have. But I feel like if you've seen an interview with any of the Skarsgårds, they always kind of drop bombs like that, where it's like, yeah, you know, like when you're making out with a guy, you know, and they're so comfortable, where it's like it's just like sometimes you kiss a guy,
and they're keeping that Scandinavian straight face. So you're like, are they joking? Actually, no, but they mean it.
I think it's because they are not afraid of being on the spectrum. They're aware that it's like we're all attractive, and whenever the mood strikes,
totally.
But most of the time, they probably go for women. It's just sometimes maybe they have some. So that's what it seems like to me. Is like he has hooked up with a guy before.
But do you remember his like relationship, Alexander Skarsgård relationship with Jack McBrayer from 30 Rock?
Yeah.
And they randomly were like friends and roommates for like years, even though they were both famous. That would explain that goofy smile on Jack McBrayer's face.
But Jack McBrayer has that relationship with someone else. He was just on Amy Poehler's podcast, and he was talking about one of his friends, and it was like, I don't remember who it was. It was like, it's not this, but it was like Chris Hemsworth or like Liam Hemsworth, and it was like, oh, he's my neighbor. I hang out with him all the time. I can't remember who it was, and I was like, I think is Jack McBrayer like low-key getting all the men? And he should. This is Pillion.
Yeah. IRL.
Yeah.
Wow. That would explain his demeanor.
Yeah.
Him being absolutely so happy, dickmatized by like 6'6" Alexander Skarsgård.
That's what I'm going to manifest for this year and going into 2026 is like Jack McBrayer, like
Jack McBrayer's sex life.
Yes, Jack McBrayer's sex life. And he's manifesting that, you know? Wow.
With his live-in boyfriend, partner, Alexander Skarsgård.
Who, okay, of the Skarsgårds, who do you go for?
I've seen Alexander quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's like beautiful, but he actually doesn't do it for me. I think
You're
I
Stellan.
Like Stellan. I'm the one the guy who does it. As Pennywise. How about you?
I mean, I'm going for the classic. I'm going for Alexander.
Yeah,
you know.
Sure.
I was also during True Blood.
I'll settle for Stellan.
Yeah. I mean, Stellan, I think he's going to be nominated for that sentimental value, and he's going to be great in it.
Isn't there another one that's like Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Oh, no, there's like I think there's like a cousin. There's a lot of Skarsgårds.
Yeah, he's like, doesn't seem like he shares the same genetic makeup.
But during True Blood's reign, I was always like, I was not Stephen Moyer.
No.
And I
wish him well.
Love great actor. Show. I wasn't, and then I felt like everyone else was either Joe Manganiello or Alexander, and I was the other guy. I was the brother.
I'm the brother.
The brother. God's gift. I saw him at a bar once. And
Ryan Quanten.
Ryan Quanten.
Where is he?
I don't know, but like, you got to lock him away from me.
Living with Jack McBrayer, I bet.
Jack McBrayer, come on the pod.
Yeah, we'd love to
We'd love to know about your sex life because we know it's killer.
Well,
with that.
We're back, and it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
Okay, this is one of my goats. I love her so much for a multitude of reasons. Let's get right into it.
In a sea of heavy hitters recently, it is award season in full swing. Let's get right into it. Our Miss Thing is Emma Stone.
Emily.
Amelie.
That's her real name. That's what she's being
French
asked.
name.
Yes. She is, I think, one of the most charming, affable actresses.
And versatile.
So versatile. Yeah. So I think people wrote her off for many years as just being like the funny actress. And then in these last 10 years has just come for the crown. Literally 2-time Academy Award winner.
Wild.
Great. The range that she has, I think it's also a great example of people think that like, when an actress makes comedy look easy, you kind of like don't take them seriously as a dramatic actress. And then when you are given a part where you can do all of it, like Poor Things, it's like you can just see how impressive because it really took Like that role is so funny and so dramatic and so physical in a way that so many other actors couldn't have done.
And in like an imaginary time and space as well. So there is a lot to it. But you discount, you say someone who makes comedy look easy. I mean, she sort of got her start, it seems like, in comedy, but she's actually a reality star.
I know.
Turned comedic actress turned dramatic actress.
And singing,
from her
from
time,
singing,
on The Real Partridge Family.
Iconic.
Which actually, it's so appropriate that we're doing this right now, because I just got an email saying that the email account I set up for when I auditioned for Glee
you did?
ago. Yeah, well, there was like a big nationwide casting call that was like, audition for Glee, and you like submitted videos.
Like for the first season?
I think it was like between season 1 and 2, and I sang an Avril Lavigne song, because there were like 4 songs that you were supposed to interpret Glee style. Yeah. But I just got an email saying, Greg on Glee, we are closing that email account. But that's neither here nor there.
I need a time to recover from the fact that I'm just finding out that you auditioned for Glee.
Hey, I have a theatrical pass.
No, I know, but I didn't realize that you were like going for roles.
Well, they missed out.
They really did.
They really
Glee would have
did.
been so much better with you on it.
I know. Yeah. I mean, imagine like if they had this legacy on the show.
Wow. Okay, well, as I reel from that, I will go more into, I think also, as someone who loves press and interviews of like she's one of the most talented at press as well. She can do it all in the sense of like so charming, so I don't know, like makes everything part of it's like to me the epitome of like a 21st century movie star. Like she knows how to handle this machine and make it look easy, but like still kind of like puts up boundaries of like what she will say and won't say, but she'll give you just enough to feel like you think that she's your best friend.
Yes, she lets you in on the joke. Yeah. She's always willing to like joke with you. You're always comfortable around her. Yeah. But she does like have that air of like, I am super, super A-list. Yeah. But she'll like give you the time of day. You feel like Emma Stone and you can like share a beer or something, even though she probably doesn't touch the stuff.
She famously was just ranked, I don't know if it was the New York Times, I'm forgetting what list, but it was like the top 25 actors of the 21st century. And she was ranked like number 3 because they're just taking from 2000 on, and they're talking about actors' mark on cinema and the past 20, and like if you look at what she has done, Superbad, like one of the biggest, most influential comedies in the last 25 years. You have La La Land, you have Easy A, you have Birdman, you have, like we said, Poor Things, you have The Favorite. Like you have these indelible marks that people that really like will stand the test of time when you look back on history of like what like was the 2010s basically.
Well, exactly. I think and it's funny because you think, well, what's cool about Emma is that you think you like have her pinned down whenever you think like, oh well, that's what she does well, then the next thing she does is something completely opposite. Yeah. And we're recognizing that now. Like I didn't think we just like had the body of work, and now I think she experiments in everything she does, and she seems to have a really good grasp on like society, because a lot of like her more recent work, like Eddington, The Curse, that's actually my favorite type of Emma that I've seen in a long time. Like this contemporary.
She also did like what is the one with Jonah Hill for Netflix? It was like Manic or
Maniac. The Corey, the guy who did the first season of True Detective. Yeah, she's doing such cool things. And I think she's like using her power to do that. Like I cannot wait to see Bugonia. It will have come out by the time this episode comes out. We haven't seen it yet.
Well, in New York and LA, and then I think the following week it will be nationwide. Yes. So good. She also produced A Real Pain, like a powerhouse producer. That was a great movie.
Oh, right. She produces some really cool stuff. She produced Julio Torres. Problemista, I believe.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. One of the all-time greats hosts for SNL. So good.
Yes.
And I actually, my two favorite SNL bits of the last 10, 15 years are both Emma Stone and Julia Torres, I believe. It's her, everyone. Well, after you listen to this episode, continue listening.
Sure,
and
of course, and listen to it afterwards.
Yeah.
Press play again.
Yeah, and then then go to YouTube.
Comment.
Then go to YouTube.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then watch her doing Wells for Boys is iconic. And then the most famous, especially if you are a gay man, is her doing
Totino's.
No, not Totino's. That's Kristen Stewart.
Oh.
But that is also for a gay man. No, is her doing when she's the actress in the gay porn. Have you not seen that?
Oh my God, yes.
And it is literally, it's like her trying to find her character and like as the woman who walks in on two men having sex in the gay porn. And the whole thing is just like her really trying to access Deirdre. And it is literally the funniest. And it's, the thing is, it's not only, like, this is why she's so talented. Like, it is, she commits so hard that it's actually like dramatic. Like, you might even cry and laugh in the same sketch because she really takes you on a journey in 3 minutes. Like, it is like, should win an award how good it is.
Yeah, she's so subtle.
Yeah.
Like, she's so, you don't even realize the levels she's hitting with the comedy. I'm like, girl, do you even realize what you're doing?
And she can have, like, chemistry with so many different men.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like one of those things where it's like...
And women.
I know.
Oh, The Favorite.
I know.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Emma Stone performance?
That is such a good question.
It's so hard.
As I mentioned, I feel
like I
like
kind of wanted that game too and see what you would pick, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, as mentioned, I'm really into modern day Emma Stone. I'm really looking forward to Bugonia.
I know. We're going to talk about it in the coming weeks.
Yes. What's my favorite Emma Stone performance? This is going to be crazy.
Say it.
The Curse.
She's so good in The Curse. And I think the show is all right. She's so good in it.
Right. The show is a little...
Because it's so ambitious. It's
long and indulgent. And I have issues with the show. I liked the show ultimately.
Yeah, same.
But I think it's a really excellent vehicle for her skills. Like, she's very scary. She's very funny. It feels so uniquely modern. I think it's one of the most interesting modern performances I've seen in anything. And I think it carries that show in so many ways. Yeah, so I think my favorite is Emma in The Curse. And of course, there's Easy A.
Easy A is so good. I know.
That's easy. Yeah.
I know. I mean, I think my real answer, which is like not a shock to anything, is because I just think that no one else could have done it. And it's so impressive and shows so much. And she has to go from like baby to mature woman in one thing is Poor Things. But I think the other one that I think of, and it's like, the reason why is because I think it's such a almost not like thankless part. It's such a small part, but I really do think it like changed rom-coms for like the 2010s, which is Crazy Stupid Love. Her and Ryan Gosling in their like short. I honestly think that there's only like 10 minutes of them on screen, and that they're like the chemistry that they have, and it's I think so loaded from her.
Right.
Like is the reason why La La Land exists.
I don't remember that movie. I saw it in theaters. I really liked it at the time, but I've just never seen it again. I feel like that movie has the craziest long legs. Like it's randomly like one of those movies that's always on every streamer, and it's like in the top 10, and you're like,
because it's actually like it's
so good.
It's so good. She does like a Katharine Hepburn impression at one point. That's so charming. It's like, and I'm like, are you even acting at this point? Like, it's so like, is this improv or is this just you that we're on a date with? And that's the beauty of Emma.
Yeah,
but I think it's time to get into how we make Emma about us.
Sure.
Would you like to go first?
Absolutely, I will go first. So when I think of Emma Stone, I think of her incredible performance in Easy A, which is a film that's sort of like a comedic take on The Scarlet Letter.
Yeah, which she's also phenomenal in.
I feel like that was her star-making performance.
Oh, absolutely. And the last good performance we had of Amanda Bynes. Sorry, not to bring it down, but... such a star.
So Easy A, yeah, it's but it's basically about a rumor that
Gets out of
catches
hand.
fire and gets out of hand. So that, of course, reminds me of when I was younger, and I've alluded to this on the podcast before, and I may have even mentioned what I did this one day. But I used to really, my family called it a vivid imagination. I used to kind of live in my own universe, a Poor Things universe of sorts that was separate from the other universe that like the kids around me were living in. Sometimes I would just make things up to sort of pass the time. I don't know where that came from and where that went, because I'm literally so like practical and such a realist.
Oh, now that you're a writer, you can put it into your writing.
Totally.
Before you didn't have that outlet.
Yeah, so I was just making shit up, living in a world of my own design.
Creative.
So one day, I will never forget, I was in elementary school and I went in and I was sort of sitting there and I was like, you people are boring me. Let's spruce this up a little bit. So I decided, I don't know why or where that came from, that I was going to tell everyone in my school that I was up for the role of Tim in Jurassic Park. Played by Joseph Mazzello.
Wait, I didn't realize his name was Tim.
I just looked it up because I was like, it was the kid in Jurassic Park. We're kind of the same type, really big, popular movie.
Yeah.
So like, and by the way, out for years at this point. And we are not the same age.
Yeah. You're a lot older.
Okay. But I decided that I was going to tell people that I was up for the role, second for the role, like that it was between him and me.
It's such a good lie.
But like that, I knew I was gonna have to like concoct a whole thing. It wasn't even just little. Like I had to be prepared for to give them everything. So really, this story became like a vehicle for me to just act out different scenes in Jurassic Park, which were my audition,
of course.
And in my head, I remember so specifically that I had gotten so far along, that basically the sets were already built. And it was between him and me. And we were doing it like with the actors.
They flew you to Hawaii.
Yeah. The location was a little fuzzy.
Okay.
I was actually I remember in case that came up, I was going to say that was in New Jersey. All the sets were in New Jersey nearby.
People didn't realize they filmed it in New Jersey.
So then as I was starting to tell people, I was gaining like a pretty captive audience.
Yeah.
And again, it was just a vehicle for me to sort of like do especially the big scene at the end. I'm putting that big scene at the end where they're like in the visitor center and they're all like dangling on the Wait, by the way, Jurassic Park, is there a better movie?
I know.
And when like the skeleton or whatever like falls on him and he goes, ah! That was sort of like my key thing. But also what my take on the role was doing about like 30% his stuff and about 70% Laura Dern's stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Like shortly after when the rib cage falls on him and Laura Dern, she's like crawling on the floor and she goes, she like looks up. And then I kind of, so like one of my other audition scenes was also the scene where she was turning on the electricity.
Oh my God, that movie, you can just think of so many scenes. And it also makes so much sense because I know also how Jeff Goldblum is your like ultimate guy. Yeah. That movie imprinted on you.
Yeah, in so many ways. Yeah. I am amassing like a large audience until at one point one of my teachers came over and says, I don't think that happened. And at that point, I did drop it because I realized
were you
she
silent?
Knew too much.
Were you silent and you were like, no, it did? Like, did you double down or were you just like...
I think at that point, I just sort of like stopped the ruse because I was realizing I was dipping too far into the Laura Dern. And I think people were starting to get confused.
You're like, I was like third for Laura Dern. I was really close there.
Yeah, but ultimately, so I didn't get the part and that didn't take off the way I wanted. But... if anyone at Universal wants to put me in a Jurassic Park, I'm ready.
Yeah.
This was like the role I was born to play. This being like a Laura Dern knockoff.
I would love to be the guy who gets eaten in the porta potty. That would be mine.
That would be
that
you.
Would for sure be me.
I feel like we should do it together.
Absolutely.
Like we need to be like a tag team.
Yeah.
Like if you need anyone like in the lab or something, like we're your guys.
You never look at a glass of water and the ripples on the glass of water are the same.
Oh, never. And that's my barometer for an earthquake.
Yeah.
I think of Jurassic Park and I'm like, is that an earthquake? Because you know I'm so like I always kind of have vertigo a little bit, so I never know like which
is that an earthquake or is that a dinosaur?
Or is that my inner ear?
Yeah.
You know, so then I always look to a glass of water because I'm shaky to begin with. Right now I'm all whoa. So I that's what I do. I think of Jurassic Park and I look to the water, and if the water is jiggling, but sometimes also my eyes can't be trusted. So even then I have to do like a few additional steps, and by that point the earthquake's over. But
I famously never even know that an earthquake is happening. It's like everyone texts me like, did you feel that?
And you're like, what?
I was sleeping.
Well, enough about me. How do you make Emma Stone all about you?
Well, I think of famously like in the 2013, 2014, like the big thing was like one long take. Like movies that were like, you know, all these gimmicks. And there was Birdman, which which won Best Picture. It was filled with all these long takes. Which makes me think of around that time.
Birdman walked so adolescents could run.
True. And around that time, Claude and I had graduated college, and we were like, we need to make our mark on this industry. And so then we were like, okay, let's create a short and let's like make a real splash with it. This will be our first short post-college. I had never directed anything at that point. Claude was already had like been working as a director outside of college for a while.
Your first short after college, the most important movie you'll ever make.
Literally, and I was treating it exactly like that. And I was like, we can't just do like a 12-minute short that doesn't have something. And by the way, not to brag, but this short was a year before Birdman. So like Birdman obviously stole the idea from this short that we made.
Yeah, no, we know that.
And we decided that we were going to do one long take. It was going to be a 12-minute tracking shot, adolescents' wishes, well, they did it well.
But they still wish. They could have done it like you guys were.
Yeah, they really do. And so we were like, okay, the premise was basically we were going to leave this this gay bar, and then do one long tracking shot of two friends walking through the neighborhood to their apartment. And it was going to be like a 15-minute walk to their thing, and all one take.
Right.
And we were like, if we're going to do this, like we have to prep. So we spent, I'm not kidding you, 6 months like trying to find the two best actors we could for basically free. So we did like multiple Saturdays, like going, like we rented out like this like casting studio through like Cast It, and we saw, I am not kidding you, like 100 actors.
Yeah, Casey Affleck was circling.
Literally. We were so, like, we took it, like, you know, again, it's going to change our lives. It's your first short after college.
Well, you need it to be like the South Park thing. Like, when it's like the biggest and like everyone has the tape. Yeah. And you're like, have you seen this?
Seen it?
Yeah.
And so we were like, this is going to change our lives. We spent so much time, auditioned so many different people, different like chemistry reads, finally found the people after months.
Yeah.
And then we're, you know, gathering the cast and the crew, making sure we have everyone. And then we're doing rehearsals, seeing if they can memorize the 15 minutes of dialogue. Yeah,
you're like, guys, okay, we're about to do the test shot. We're doing it on VistaVision.
Truly. We really were. Like, I feel like our DP, who's a friend of ours, who is now a very successful DP, was like convincing us into getting...
That's inappropriate. Director of photography. We can't be saying DP on our podcast. Yes. Give anyone the wrong ideas.
True, yeah. He was convincing us to get a red camera, which is like so expensive. Like all these things, like
it was like chokehold, the absolute chokehold. The red camera had on cinematographers. Yeah, if someone said red camera, you're like, oh, of course I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you're also like, I don't have $1 million,
and no one knew how to use it. Like if someone knew how to use the red, they were like so cool.
And exactly, and then it's like he had a hookup, so we didn't have to like pay for it, but we had to pay like like a normal amount as opposed to like what the red camera normally costs, which is like $1 bajillion.
Us talking about the red camera on Miss Thing in 2020.
Well, that's how seriously we were taking this short.
Yeah, of course.
And then we were like so nervous. Like, are we being too ambitious? Like, no, we're not being ambitious enough. Like, this is the start of everything.
Yeah, of course.
We practiced so much.
This is the theory of everything.
Truly.
Felicity Jones, of
Eddie
course.
Redmayne. Yeah.
Both robbed.
Yeah. I
as
think
far
he
as I'm
won. I know he won for the other one. No, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I always get through his movies.
Yeah. And so it comes to the night of. We're doing it. We're so like nervous that we're not going to be able to pull it off. And then as we're doing it, we're looking at each other and we're like, wait, is this actually working? Like, I can't believe like the actors are nailing their lines. It gets really tough. Like, and it's like, we have to start also at like midnight. So it's a night shoot. It's like midnight to 4 a.m, basically. Like once there's no foot traffic so we can get it. And we're like constantly checking in on everyone. And we're like, okay, everyone seems to be doing good. Everyone's like kind of like tired because it's long. We're doing all these long takes, but we're just making sure everyone's, good.
It's literally the most grueling shoot anyone's ever been on. It's like Survivor.
Sure we're so nervous. We're like, is everyone cool? Everyone's like, yeah, we're great.
Yeah.
We're making sure all the crew is great. And then we wrap like as the sun comes up. Was a very tough thing. The actors nailed it. We were like, oh my God, did we just make the finest piece of cinema that's ever been existed? The next day, we get breakfast.
The famous thing that's ever been existed.
That's ever been existed. And that was the title of the movie.
No one had ever thought of that one before.
Exactly. And so we're having our breakfast sandwiches, just patting ourselves on the back, being like, I can't wait to get the footage back. This is so exciting. We pulled it off. What a victory lap.
I know where you're going with this.
The next week, we look at the footage, and as we look, we realize that the camera operator was so out of breath from how hard we worked them going backwards that it might as well have been a porno. The entire, even when you isolate just the lavender, you can just hear this camera going.
Yeah, he's the third character for sure. His breath is the third character.
I mean, it was the breath cut. There's the butthole cut. This is truly the steamiest sex scene of all time.
Yeah,
and then we get we're well, let's just see. We'll go to the end, and because that's when obviously the performances are the best. We get to the end; those performances are the best, and that's also obviously when our camera operator is the most out of breath.
Sure. Yeah.
So it was unusable after all that time and prep and money and the red camera.
So much prep.
That
was pre-prep, actually.
Yeah, literally this one take that was so ambitious of ours never saw the light of day. We never did it. And then, obviously that must have circled throughout Hollywood, this unreleased tape that then inspired Inertias for Birdman, and then obviously the Adolescence People, and so it's I should be seeing a cut for that at some point. You know? And one day we will release the breath cut.
Yeah.
By the way, and I am gonna brag, they gave great performance. It was truly for us being 23 at the time. Amazing performances that you cannot hear.
Yeah.
Stunning. It's also on the red camera, or the most stunning. We were we had no business being that good.
You're still paying for that.
Literally still, yeah.
In so many ways. Well, listen, I can't wait to watch the breath cut.
The breath cut will be released.
That is devastating.
Yeah.
And to think that it was actually Emma Stone's first role. Her and Casey Affleck.
Emma Stone, one day we will remake it with Emma Stone.
Emma Stone as the cameraman.
That would be so funny.
Well, we'll release that on our Instagram.
One day on our Patreon.
Yeah. Oh my God. So stay tuned. Welcome back, and it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could currently use our unsolicited advice.
Yes.
And our Diva Down this week is
the Louvre. The girl got.
She sure got your favorite girl. I mean, if there is a phrase used more on this podcast than hang it in the Louvre.
I mean,
I did see such a hilarious tweet though, actually, that was like, hang this in the Louvre. There's space now.
And for those who don't know, the Louvre was, for the first time in almost 30 years, robbers got some jewelry. They went and they disguised themselves as workers, got in, smashed a jewelry case, and made out with, they are estimating $102 million worth of jewels. And they apparently only have like a week because it's too famous for them to like sell it. So they're going to have to like melt it down basically to like use it for gold or for like the pearls or like, you know, piecemeal sell it off.
Yeah. They have a week?
Apparently this is what an art like thief specialist was saying on one article that I read, where it's basically like, because then after that, like something about the week, I think maybe they only have a week to sell the piece itself like off to someone else.
Yeah, like on the like the blackest black market.
Yeah, after that they would have to like, you know, melt it down and stuff.
Wow.
Or maybe it's a week for them to get it back, because after that there's like no chance that they're going to actually get it back. You know what I mean?
That is so interesting. We have a real life Da Vinci Code on our hands.
Okay, to go right into my advice.
Yeah.
First off, I love, and I went down a rabbit hole of Empress Eugenie, because
I don't know anything about that.
I didn't know about her until today, but Empress Eugenie, her crown was recovered.
Oh,
but
most
they dropped it in the run.
Yeah.
But a lot of her stuff was taken, and hers was the most like valuable. Like they want her, I don't know, like necklace. There's something of hers that they want back the most because it's the most like historical and the most expensive.
Sure.
And then
Eugenie.
Empress Eugenie.
That seems like kind of a you name.
Absolutely.
Your middle name, Tim Eugenie.
And then they were showing all the jewels that got stolen. I would love. And not only did Empress Eugenie, she made such a big mark on pop culture.
That's actually who Alexander Skarsgård was referencing on the red carpet as well.
Well, she also famously, I guess there's called a single-breasted like suit that was also called the Eugenie. I'm like, this woman, we've never heard of her, but she's going to be my next biopic.
she's our Miss Thing next week.
I'm sorry, my advice really is to myself to start writing Empress Eugenie. It will start with the heist, you know, and then it'll be like this gay guy being like, wait, who is Empress Eugenie?
Sure.
And then it's just someone never leaving their house for a month as they write this picture. So that's the advice for me, is you guys won't see me for a month as I write this.
Oh, okay, great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. I'm just like picturing, you know, I've been to the Louvre before and people are like, whoa, it happened in broad daylight. It happened like a half hour after it opened. And it's like, yeah, I've been to the Louvre before. Like, I'm not exactly sure any of the employees were like rushing to help. But I think it's, you know, my advice. I think it's time to make another Da Vinci Code. And I think it's
Tom Hanks are growing out that hair.
Well, that's the thing. He and I have the same hair thing going on. I think it's time that I play the Tom. You play the Audrey Tattoo.
Oh my God.
You're the Audrey Tattoo to my Tom.
Okay, that's the nicest thing you've ever said.
Yeah, and I think it's like
you're America's sweetheart, and I'm French's.
You're French, maybe.
I'm the French, you know, Empress Eugenie, even though she is French. But
yeah, we know. Yeah, of course,
everyone knows that.
But I think it's time for us to do like our take on the Da Vinci Code. So I think we could write it, we could star in it, but also it wouldn't be too far-fetched because, you know, Tom and I were also up for the role initially in the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, you also send an audition for that as well. Yeah. That email is about to go under the Greg on Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, so I'm not sure anyone's in the... I know Hollywood works fast, but I don't know we've thought about it yet. So I think, like, we're pitching the official take.
Yeah.
And I think it's time for us to be an R gay caper.
A gay caper. Yes, I love that, and that's just the title right there. Don't overdo it. You know what I mean? A gay caper starring Greg and Tim. Yeah. Wow.
And with that. Yeah, if you don't follow us on YouTube, there's a lot of character work that's happening on this particular episode. So I think if you don't already follow us on YouTube, now is a great time to start. Leave us a comment. Be sure to like, tell your friends, send our videos to people. If you don't already follow us on TikTok and Instagram, we're at Miss Thing the Pod on both
let
platforms.
Your voice be heard and call in. That will be in our description. Any of them, really.
Description. Yeah, the last few. We are, call in with your diva downs because we are going to be answering and giving our unsolicited advice to your diva downs. So call and leave us a voicemail. We have a special treat for you there. And that number, again, is in our episode description.
Rate 5 stars and above, as always. Cynthia, we love you. The days, I cannot believe we are about to see you give the performance of a lifetime. We cannot wait to say that you are a 3-time
Oscar nominee, hopefully winner.
And maybe even 4, because I bet you're going to get nominated for original song.
Yeah, and maybe that'll be your win.
Yeah.
And you will EGOT. You're definitely doing the next 5 years.
Yes, absolutely. And off that wish fulfillment, we will see you next week.
Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media.
BONK.